Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at real life horror stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Many years ago, pre-cell phone, a friend of mine got a call from the police. Lock your doors, hide, we're on our way over. Her angry ex had hired someone to break into her house, make it look like a burglary gone bad and kill her. Through a bizarre coincidence with equally bizarre timing, someone arrested for another unrelated drug charge offered a bigger fish if they let him walk. The bigger fish was that his buddy had been hired to kill her. By the time they validated the story and identified the people, they were able to determine that the hired killer was likely already on her way to her house. In the few minutes between the phone call and the police arriving, he had started breaking into the house. A long sequence of perfectly timed and likely events was the only thing that stood between her and certain death. Wow, that is so scary. Imagine getting a call from the police telling you to lock your doors and hide. Yo, that's actually like a whole horror movie. That's so scary. I mean, good on this person for trying to save himself. And that's probably the only reason why she lived, right? That's crazy. But how does that even work? If you're like arrested for something and then you just tell the cops, I have big information if you let me go. How does that work? How does that actually work? Used to hang out in a field near some forest when I was younger. One time it was about midnight. One of my friends had recently had some love triangle type trouble and the other guy involved wanted to fight him quite bad. Somehow he found out where my friend liked to hang out and rounded up about 10 of his friends to come find him and I'm guessing beat the shit out of him. I unfortunately happened to be there too. We saw about 4 cars park up on the road near the field and about 10 guys get out. I'm guessing they saw one of our phone lights because next thing we know, they shine what I can only describe as industrial flashlights towards us. We just hear he's right effing there. So we ran into the forest at 12 at night in pitch black. It started to pour with rain. For an hour we hid in bushes and crept around the forest avoiding them as light from the torches shone through the trees. At times they walked right past us, but not be able to see us because we were face down in the bushes and mud. Yeah! I was the victim of a manhunt and it was terrifying. Got home at about 2 a.m. soaking and covered in mud. They never caught us though. All over a love triangle I wasn't bloody involved in. Scariest thing that ever happened to me. Yo, their friend owes them one. Seriously. Every single time something happens, just like, remember when you did this to me? Remember? Remember when you almost killed me? That is scary though. And that guy literally brought 10 of his friends to hunt for one guy over a love triangle. So like over a girl that's not even his. A boy? What are you doing? What the hell? My closet door flew open one night during a thunderstorm, directly across from my bed. I was 12 years old and the leap/bolt I made from my bed was probably pretty impressive. I couldn't sleep in my room for about 2 weeks after that happened. The reason it even happened in the first place is because I had discovered a small compartment through my closet to a secret room next to mine. Basically just an unfinished attic type space with only wood beams and fiberglass. Again, through a weird small entryway in my closet. I didn't close the latch properly and that panel banged up against and pushed open my closet door during a massive thunderstorm. That's scary. That is scary. You know, kids in closets. Something is in there. Wow. Like even now when a freaking door slams because of the wind, I get scared. But that's so cool. A secret place in the closet? That's something I've always wanted. You know, like a secret room. You know how in the movies or even in real life now, where they just have a room behind like the bookshelf? I'm like, damn, that is so cool. So I was about 8 at the time. It was something like 1 or 2 in the morning. I go to the bathroom. It is rather bright outside despite the time. I'm sitting on the toilet playing with the curtain. It comes up enough and I see a shadow standing outside the window. I scream and my mum comes running. I tell her there is something standing outside the bathroom window. Now my mum being the crazy mother effer she is, throws open the curtain, opens the window ready to fight a mother effer. Guy outside the window. Nope, a bear. Window is promptly shut and I'm quickly ushered out of the bathroom. That's hilarious. I mean, that's scary. But the fact that the mum was so ready to fight a person, oh, it's not a person, it's a freaking bear. In high school, one of our classes went to a funeral home. While listening to the guy talk about the cremation machine, this girl in the class turns to me, points at the machine, then to me and says, "That's gonna be you." She was mean for no reason. I never talked to her ever before or after that. A year later, she died in a house fire. Heater caught fire in the night, and then what was left was fully cremated in that same machine. Oh my gosh. This is why you never say mean things, okay? Because it could happen to you. I mean, I'm definitely sad for her, But damn. Wow. My grandpa told me a story about how some strange woman in disheveled clothing knocked on his door in the middle of the night, speaking a strange language while he was staying in some hotel in Taiwan. From what I remember, he told me it was as if she was floating. Yeah. My parents were always protective of me and my sister, especially in parking lots. As I got older, I started to question why they are like that, since we live in a pretty good city and don't even go to places that can be remotely that dangerous. Well, it turns out they have 2 cases of almost being abducted in parking lots, one together and just my mum alone. My mum's case was the most intense. If I remember correctly, she was leaving her or a friend's house, walking up to her car when a guy approached her. She spared me the details, but somehow he got her blindfolded on her own passenger seat, made a bunch of threats, and drove them to a gas station. Meanwhile, she was pleading for him to not touch her, take her car, her money, but do nothing to her. At the gas station, he got out of the car, telling my mum not to take the blindfold off, or he would kill her. Somehow, she mustered up the courage to take it off, jumped to the driver's seat, and drive the hell away from there. She shaked and cried all the way home, called my dad, explained what happened, and asked him to wait for her in front of her house. Just now, I realized how strong of a woman she is, because when she got there, my father insisted on carrying her inside, but she refused and said there's no need for it. To this day, she hates to stay too long in parking lots. Always gets more attentive when we park at night, and one of the first things she told me when I started driving was to get in and get out of there quickly. Man, that's so scary. She was basically kidnapped. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'll be traumatized for life too if this happened to me. Like, the fact that she can still go in there means she's a strong woman, because I feel like if that happened to me, I would not be going in parking lots ever. Ever. In high school, I was a pretty blue-eyed blonde. Oh. So what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say about other eye colors? I went to hang my coat in a closet and heard something brush against the door. Thought it was the wind blowing the fall wreath. Walking to my bedroom, I realized earlier that day I had seen my mum take the wreath down. As I reached to pull my bedroom shade down, I see a grown-ass man standing right in front of my bedroom. My lights were off. I didn't think he saw me see him. I army crawled into my parents' room, woke my dad up. Dad, there's a man standing outside my window. My dad ran across the hall and leapt over my bed in a single bound, grabbed my lamp and nearly went through the window at him. 2 things I will never forget that night. The profile of that man's face, and the sounds my dad made nearly going through that window. He became an animal. Not sure which was more terrifying. Oh, that is scary. But seriously, dads will literally kill for the kids, okay? How many people does this happen to? And how many people just be outside looking at people's windows? What? Like, go to sleep. What is wrong with you guys? I went to high school with a girl who, accompanied by her boyfriend, killed another girl, actually up the street from where I live now. They put her body in a rolling suitcase and dumped her in the river. Despite draining the entire bay, her body was never found. I'm horrified by the realization that the suitcase would likely rise to the surface someday. Why did they kill her? I mean, there's no right reason for killing anyone like that. But why did they do that? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!